I don't think it has happened over my my 14 years, the 10 years while he's been here, that I've had to follow Senator Swedzinski giving a speech. I always kind of dreaded that. He is so eloquent. But members, today, I rise with a full heart and deep gratitude as I mark the close of this chapter of my public service in my life. Serving in the Minnesota Senate has been one of the greatest honors of my life. When I first came here in 2013, I did so with a strong commitment to the people of Bloomington, Richfield, and later serving people in Minneapolis. And with a belief that public service should always be grounded in listening, learning, and working to improve people's lives. Over these years, I've had the privilege of serving alongside dedicated colleagues, an extraordinary staff, and I leave this role profoundly thankful for the trust that my community placed in me. I work to advance policies in health and human services, early childhood, and education, because I was drawn to the work by seeing that the decisions we made in these areas can change trajectories of people's lives. The work was never done alone. It depended on collaboration, persistence, and a shared sense of responsibility. And I'm grateful to everyone who partnered with me in that effort. In looking back over the years I've been in office, I feel fortunate to have played a role in many key achievements and changes here in Minnesota. When I came into office in 2013, my first term was in the majority, and we did great things. We established all-day kindergarten, which seems now like it's always been there. I feel fortunate to have been there for the culmination of the work to establish marriage equality, and proud to vote for that. In that first term, I began to learn how the process works by carrying, small bills, big bills, or, esoteric bills, mundane bills. And I feel fortunate for the mentors I had, Senator Sharon, Senator Lori, Senator Uyghur, and others in the other body who taught me to respect the process, respect the institution, and use the tools we have here. And I'll borrow from Senator Swedzinski. I also am always impressed every day by the quote that surrounds us, so that we see whether we also in our day and generation may not perform something worthy to be remembered. My next 6 years were in the minority, and I learned how to work in that different role. It was an honor to work over those years to put in place the Alex Smith Insulin Affordability Act and to try and help save lives after the tragic loss that Alex's family experienced. It taught me that hard, sticky problems are worth the effort to put into solving them. My last term, now back in the majority, has felt like a way I could put everything I learned together to really have an impact. And I'm fortunate to have been able to serve as the chair of the Health and Human Services Committee. Ideas that had been in the background my whole career were now something that we could act on. One example, the idea for an agency that was focused on children and families and improving their lives had been one that I put forward in my first year based on work that early childhood advocates had done. More work went on over the years, and in 2023, the idea was ready for passage. Efforts like that will help to reinforce that we are able to do more when we work through things with a lot of collaboration. I've been fortunate to guide the development of omnibus HHS bills this term that have made a difference in people's everyday lives, whether it's in the area of healthcare, childcare. I've tried to invest the time and effort to understand the why of what we are trying to accomplish and to apply my creativity and my interest in drawing out the best ideas from those around me to create a result that is bigger and more impactful than one of us might envision alone. I will always treasure the relationships I've developed with advocates through the hard work it's taken. Sometimes tears, sometimes compromises, and sometimes big, great results. As I step away from this office, I do so with pride and humility, and hope that you will all be able to carry on the great work into the future. I'm grateful to my colleagues for their partnership, to my staff for their skill and dedication, to my constituents for their trust, and to my family for their love and support through all that public service asks of those of us who share in it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I'm sorry, I'm such an emotional person, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve. It has been a true privilege. I will always carry with me the relationships, the lessons, and the sense of purpose that this work has given me. And while this chapter comes to a close, my belief in the importance of people working to improve lives through public service remains strong. I have had the good fortune to have the support of some key people, and I would like to thank my staff especially. I've been lucky. I've had just 2 legislative assistants over my career. One of them has gone on to the other body, Nathan Coulter, and the other I was fortunate to hire in 2022, Haley Ryan. I've been able to do what I do only with her dedication to the people of Minnesota. And my committee administrator, Anna Burke, has been the one to keep pushing me forward to create even better ideas, better bills, and better laws. The Senate is lucky to have such wonderful staff who work every day tirelessly to advance ideas. There are other staff I'm also thankful for who have worked with Haley and Anna and I. And this group, it's been a unique group of individuals, and the power of having exceptional, dedicated, creative people with the opportunity to solve big problems has been really incredible to be a part of. And while I'm looking forward to whatever is ahead, more time with my grandson and my kids, more time for travel with my husband, spending time with other members of my family, I will definitely miss the people I'm serving with. Miss you all, and I wish you all the best as you continue on with the important work that is done here in the Senate. Thank you.